keep it to a mini, but you know how I like to talk, is just to walk you through the mechanical steps of estimating the beta. We will not be discussing how you make the choices of which index to use, which time interval to use, and which return interval, weekly, monthly, or daily, to use. I will simply assume you have made those choices, and once you have, I will show you how to use Excel to calculate your regression beta. So I'm just going to go right here to one of the last slides in this lecture, and please keep in mind we are all doing this. Each of you will do the beta for your company, and you will use that beta as a number for comparison, just like your financial statement ratios amongst your group. When you go to the second phase of this project and your whole group is analyzing just one company, you should go back and redo this beta, discussing the choices that you're making, probably making several different choices and calculating the beta using those different choices to see how those different choices affect the results that you get. But for now, I just want a very simple regression. You're going to use the data that I tell you to use, or at least I don't care about the source of data. I just want you to use the same, to make the same choices that I'm making, so that we are all consistent in the sources that we use. You don't have to justify your choices, but you must write down, I used Yahoo Finance, or I used Bloomberg, or I used Google Finance, or whatever it is. I used monthly returns, I used the S&P 500 index, etc. So the first step in any beta regression is to get your stock prices and your index prices and calculate those returns. And as I've said, for this simple beta, we're all going to use the same index, data period, and return interval, the S&P 500, a 5-year data period, and a monthly return. So this will take me to Yahoo Finance and the S&P 500. I'll click on historical prices. I want monthly prices so I can calculate monthly returns, and I need 5 years. So I'm just going to go, right now we're in September, so I'm going to go to the month before just to make sure I get what I need. And I'm going back 7 years. I'm sorry, 5 years to 2007 in this case. Okay, I've got my monthly prices now. As you know, since we're doing the S&P 500 and not a stock, the adjusted close and the close are the same, so it doesn't matter which one you take. I can hit download to spreadsheet and it will put it on an Excel file for me. So now I have my adjusted close for the S&P. I'm just going to add a row here so that I can label this so there's no confusion about what is what. Okay, so there's my S&P, and now I'm going to go back to Yahoo and get prices for my stock. I'm going to go with Microsoft in this case because I know that none of you are using it, at least this semester. And if it's not this semester, fall of 2012, then you'll need to get different dates anyway. So your beta will be different than mine. Okay, now I'm going to download this to the spreadsheet as well. I don't know if you noticed, but using this one right here, instead of going all the way back, kept my settings exactly the same, so that was handy. And my table's way down here now. Somewhere. There we go. Okay, so for Microsoft, I do have to use the adjusted close. For any individual stock that pays a dividend, I will have to use the adjusted close because it will adjust for the dividend. So I can just block this entire column for adjusted close, and I'm going to take it over to my other table and paste it. For some reason it was slow. Oh, please. Okay, it wants me to... Oh, I know. Never mind. I'm going to put like this. Okay, because I selected the whole column, but now, of course, I need to insert a cell. So shift the cells down, and now they all line up, and I can put my ticker here to remind me of which is which. Okay, now I'm going to calculate my returns. I'm setting them up next to each other like this so I don't have to do this kind of tedious type-in calculation twice. Right, I've got the return for the S&P, and I'm gonna get the return for Microsoft. Now I can block both of them at the same time, drag them down, and of course the last one here I get rid of. Right? Okay, so now I've got 5 years of monthly returns. Okay, now I need to use my analysis tool pack. If you go to your data tab, or if you've never done this before and this is your calculator, your computer, you won't have data analysis under your data tab. So if it's not there, go to File, Options, and Add-ins. And I'm not sure if it's always there like that as the first thing, but you'll be looking for Analysis Tool Pack. So click on that and hit Go. I'm not going to do anything because it's already there, so I'll hit Cancel, but you of course will need to hit OK. And then it should show up under your Data tab over here, Data Analysis. So click on that, and you're looking for regression. These things are alphabetized, so here it is, regression. Now, the Y range is the dependent variable, the X range is the independent variable, the thing that makes things change. So the thing that makes other things change is the market, right? So we're going to put that in as X, and the dependent variable is the individual stock, so that's Y. So my Microsoft return is over here, that's the Y. I block and copy that.